The energy that we get from nature that's not fuels is flows. This is a small fraction though, much less than 10%. These are diffuse. We need an awful lot of it in order to get the energy that we need, but they do tend to be renewable. Wind will blow again, the sun will rise tomorrow, and even geothermal energy gets its energy back from the hot core of the Earth. When energy is flowing through Earth's system as energy, takes an electromagnetic form, that's solar, also known as sunlight. Fluids are moving substances. Gas, which is a fluid, moves, and we call that wind. Wind is moving air. The other fluid that exists in great abundance in the Earth is water. So this water also winds up flowing, and the movement of water carries with it a certain amount of energy. That movement of water carrying energy can be hydropower, where we have water falling from some distance in order to harness the energy from that. We have tidal power, where the ocean waves get higher and lower in a given region. This is particularly important out in the eastern part of Canada. And there's some innovative forms of energy out there called wave power, which we'll talk a bit more about later. And oddly, also this is water usually. Geothermal energy is water that's heated from radioactive decay and leftover heat from the Earth formation down deep inside of the Earth. That winds up heating water, which we can then have flow through the Earth's system, giving us power. The advantages are that flows are almost always renewable. Solar, wind, and any of these hydro forms will wind up getting more energy later. We can also say that there's no waste or little waste at the point of use. Certainly there's waste associated with building a solar power plant. There's waste associated with building and destroying a wind turbine. But when they're running, there's little or no waste that's actually going on at the time. These are good things. Some bad things about flows, though, is that they tend to be expensive compared to fuels. They are almost always cheap to run, but they are usually expensive to build. Second disadvantage is they are often unreliable. Electricity specifically has to be used the instant that it's created. So there's no real grid level storage in any sort of way. We'll talk a lot about more of that later. But where fuels are reliable, flows are unreliable. And this right here is a big problem that we do not have a solution to, even if we're willing to throw more money at the problem. This is why flows are less than 10% of the total energy that we're getting from nature. While they are renewable and they're very attractive for a number of reasons, there are these big, big downsides to flows that we just can't get beyond easily.